The process behind beginning, a student guide to kickstarting your project. Here, we're going to discuss how you can create a great outline and finally get started on your project. Phase 3, creating an outline. Once you've chosen your idea, it's essential that you figure out a way to achieve it. Projects, whether creative or for class, follow a general structure. Let's examine exactly what that is. Often, your ideas are going to start out vague. However, most projects require these large ideas to be specific and attainable. To create a sustainable outline for your project to follow, it's vital to break down your idea. To see how we're going to do this, it's important to use the SMART rule. Your project needs to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. Make sure your project is specific. Take your idea and break it down. What exactly is your goal? Make sure you understand why you're taking on this project. Who are you trying to communicate your idea to? What steps need to be taken to achieve it? If the project is collaborative, who is responsible for each task? Measurable. Quantify your goals. For instance, if you're writing an article, where are you going to publish it? How are you going to see whether it is reaching your intended audience? Do you have any analytical tools to do so? How are you going to promote your project? Is there a platform that would help specifically? These are important things to consider when measuring the success of your project. Identify trackable benchmarks that you can measure your success by. Attainable. When creating your outline, check in with yourself after each step. Are your goals still realistic? What resources are available to you? Do you have the funding available to successfully accomplish your goal? It's important to communicate any restraints that might prevent you from achieving these goals. Relevant. It's easy to get lost in the depths of your creative process. This is especially if goals are handed down to you. Make sure you stick to the plan. This isn't to say that you shouldn't stay curious. If there's a valuable change you think would make sense, communicate that to whoever you need to. Even if starting down a rabbit hole can help you find new ideas, be sure to edit your project to fit those changes. The way information is presented is almost as important as its content. Your outline is a starting point, but is essential to maintaining your project structure. However, though having structure and sticking to your outline and original idea is good, there's also beauty in being adaptable and pivoting when necessary. Time-based. Time constraints are important. If you're doing a project solo, make sure to create a rough timeline for yourself. Set deadlines you can meet. The same applies to a collaborative project. Communicate with your collaborators and structure your project so that you're not running the risk of losing time. Ordinarily, class projects will have deadlines set out for you. Still, it's a good idea to finish things early. That gives you more time to get feedback and work on a polished end product.
Phase 4, starting and doing. How do you get yourself to start? Now that you have your idea and outline, you should be prepared to start. However, that is easier said than done, and we often face roadblocks. Here are the most common ones and how to overcome them through different strategies. Lack of motivation. Tell yourself you will only do the task or activity for 5 minutes. Usually that tricks your brain and you end up doing it for longer. Pomodoro method. Work on a project for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, keep working for another 25 minutes, and repeat. Lack of planning. This can lead to procrastination, which is why the previous phase is important. Your project, outline, timelines, and schedules are your friend. Lack of resources. Reach out to peers who can support you in the project. Your network is your net worth, and UBC also offers a wide range of resources. This include research and writing help from the UBC library, tutoring, coaching, and academic support from the Chapman Learning Commons, bookable spaces, and loanable equipment as well for anything you might need. Need funding? UBC also offers grants for any student-led projects or initiatives you might need help with getting started. Lastly, if you need any equipment, there are also various places you can borrow from, such as the Visual Resource Center, AMS Club's Resource Center, AMS Lending Library, and UBC libraries in general. Now that we've gone through these 4 phases, you should be set to finally kickstart that project. A few things to remember though. Pace yourself. It's easy to get excited and rush into the project headstrong in the beginning. Remember, it's a process. Maintain consistency. Motivation can ebb and flow, so build discipline by reflecting back on your purpose and your goals. Lastly, have fun. Even if it's a class project, find a way for it to connect to your interests. This makes the process feel less like work and more like play. Now go out there and start that project.